The ongoing battle over congestion pricing. President Trump moved to shut down the program, saying it shouldn't be commuters' responsibility to foot the bill for the MTA. Meanwhile, some local leaders are pushing back, arguing the money from congestion pricing is key to the future of mass transportation in New York City. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett live in Columbus Circle this afternoon with the story. NJ?
Yeah, that's right, Sandra. In Columbus Circle, where traffic into Midtown, into the congestion zone, looks a lot like it's looked for the past several weeks now. There is not a lot of it. Yes, as you said, President Trump yesterday declared an end to congestion pricing, but it'll take weeks to shut it down, if it is shut down at all. Now, this was the scene. Traffic going into Midtown Manhattan through the Lincoln Tunnel around 8:30 this morning, Sandra. Commute times in Lincoln Tunnel, for example, have been cut in half on average. And as you've probably noticed, there are a lot more riders packing themselves onto the trains. So the fact is, love it or hate it, so far congestion pricing is doing exactly what it was intended to do. Now, within minutes of the president's decision, the MTA fired off a 50-page lawsuit to counter the decision. Clearly, they were prepared for that. More on that in a moment. But first, the president explains his reasoning, not based, apparently, on any of the actual data.
You can't afford to do it. And pricing, if you take a look, traffic will go down because people aren't going to come. If people don't come, that means the whole place it's going to be a disaster. So it could be, and it's probably going to show that traffic will come down, but that going to spend their money in New York, they'll go someplace else.
There's all kinds of case law in federal courts about the procedures that the federal government has to use to take away an approval, to reverse a decision. None of this complies with that, and that's why we are so comfortable that this is a strong case and we're going to win. Interestingly, the secretary's letter did not say at any point we have to stop the cameras now. They said, we'd like to talk to you about turning them off. Obviously, we're not going to do that.
Lieber speaking on New York One this morning. For the record, Lieber claims that Broadway is thriving and that commerce inside the congestion zone has not been negatively impacted. Now, that is not to say there haven't been negative impacts elsewhere. For many people, the congestion toll is something that they cannot and will not afford. Much more on the congestion pricing decision and reaction to it coming up on Eyewitness News at 4, 5, and 6 o'clock.